This is Sam from Uniondale, and you are tuning into another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. Folks, it is finally here. The 2024 NBA Finals are here. Who's going to win? Here are my predictions. Let's analyze. Or my prediction. Well, it took a while, but we are finally here. And you've got the Celtics, who've got home court, versus the Dallas Mavericks. The Celtics are trying to win number 18, which is their 18th banner as one of the most storied franchises in sports. And you've got the Mavericks, who are trying to win their second. Oddly enough, Jason Kidd had something to do with the first one in 2011, and now he's coaching. So this is going to be interesting. There are a lot of storylines going into this. Kyrie Irving spent 2 years in Boston when he left Cleveland in 2017 to 2019. He spent 2 years there. Kristaps Porzingis spent about 3. Both were malcontents, right? Both, it didn't work out. Kyrie was a different person. Do you ever go back and see the footage of Kyrie back as a Celtic? He looked a lot younger. And then you watch Kristaps Porzingis, who left the Knicks for Dallas, and that team was supposed to be a dynamic duo and a championship team for years to come. But Kristaps Porzingis and Luka did not work out. KP went over there, and I guess because he thought Luka was the rookie, hey, Rook, you follow my lead. And everybody saw, no. That kid, Luka, he's the real deal, not you. So there are storylines here. Kyrie Irving making his 4th NBA Finals appearance. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown making their 2nd. And we know how it didn't work. It didn't work out for them in 2022 against the Warriors. But here's the deal. So with that, all of that, who you got? Celtics were the number 1 team in the NBA, 64-18. The Mavericks were 50-32, and I think they would have been the 2nd seed ahead of the Knicks. But look, you've got 2 great teams. It's going to be a lot of fun. But I think when you look at this, on paper, the Celtics have been the juggernaut the whole season. I just said 64-18. Even without, by the way, their center and court extender in Kristaps Porzingis. That's right. When he's on the floor, good luck. I don't think you can bring a double team against the Tatums and the Browns of the world. And White, he's a 3-point specialist. I mean, they have looked great all year. And this has been, honestly, the whole season has been all about the Celtics. They were supposed to be here. They were supposed to be here. Can they close the job is what everybody's wondering. Can they close the job? Well, whenever you look at, for me, I started off and I'm like, let's analyze and see, if you were running if you were doing a team, right? You were starting, man B on the basketball court. You hit the free throws. You have one. You have the first pick. Who are you going with? Who's got the better players? I'll tell you right off the bat. I just said the Celtics. The Celtics to me are deeper. They're the deeper team. They've been the better team all year. But I think going into these playoffs, I think the Mavericks have the better 1-2 punch. I think the Mavericks have the better player. I think the Mavericks have the better superstar. I think that Luka Doncic averaging 28 points a game in these playoffs, 9.6 rebounds a game, 8.8 assists a game, is just on a different level right now. He's playing on a different level right now. And Kyrie as well is balling right now. And I think, to me, look, when I was coming on to do the predictions, I don't really like to make these predictions without seeing a little, like, game one, because I want to see, and I reserve my, the right to revisit this, but I feel going in that I kind of felt like, and hear me out here, although the Celtics were the best team the entire year, I kind of felt like they were overrated. I really did. And I think because at times they looked like they could be had. You saw what Indiana did, almost winning games, but they just did not have what it took to win these games. They really did not. They really did not. So, and I know, look, listen, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, first team All NBA. I get it. But I think, look, when I look at it, I think the Celtics are the deeper team, but I think the Mavericks are the better 1-2 punch. And I'll say this. What is going to need to happen or who's going to be the key piece or the sleeper piece that I'm going to be watching? I'll say this. On the Mavericks, we know about the usual suspects. We know about the Luka Doncic. We know about the Kyrie Irving returning to a place where he lost his composure against the fans. I think Kyrie is a different player right now. I think he's more well rounded and he's calmer. So I think he'll be able to deal with what's coming towards him in Boston. But I think, to me, the same way Kristaps Porzingis was a difference maker for the Celtics the entire year, able to spread the floor, I think a PJ Washington is someone that I'm going to watch because I think he's going to be important. I mean, does Tim Hardaway Jr. as well get I think he's also going to be an important piece. I don't know if he's still hurt or not, but I mean, he's going to be an important piece against the Jaylen Browns of the world. You may need him. Luka doesn't guard anyone, and I get it. The Mavericks defense has been much improved. But let's land a plane. You've got Celtics, you've got Mavericks. Did you hear what Drew Holiday said about Kyrie? They asked him, "What do you do? What's your thought process, and what do you do when it's time to go against a guy like Kyrie?" He said, "You pray." He said, that's it. And I think, to me, although the Celtics were the deeper team, I think the Mavericks are going to show to be the better team. I think a guy like Luka Doncic cannot be stopped. I think a guy like Kyrie Irving cannot be stopped. I think, and then I want to see a guy like PJ Washington. He's my X factor for the Mavericks. Is he able to be the PJ Washington from the Denver series? I mean, can he be a guy who can spread the floor, stay wide open? It's going to be important. Now, I get it. The Celtics have many would say, the best two-way wings in the game and or what have you, but I just think that, to me, the Mavericks, what I saw from how they handle themselves in these past few playoffs, I think they are going to show to be, I think Luka's going to be too much. I think Kyrie, he's going to his fourth finals. He knows what it takes. He knows what it takes. You saw that Jason Tatum's of the world and Jaylen Brown. I mean, these guys at times have showed up small and have disappeared. And I get it. Tatum is averaging 25 points a game, 10 rebounds a game, 5 assists a game. He's doing well. But to me, if the Celtics are gonna win, Jason Tatum is going to have to level up, because Luka's coming for them. Luka's coming for them. And these guys are too nonchalant. Luka doesn't mess around, man. I think Kyrie's not messing around. At 32 years young, he understands. He understands you're not going to have these many opportunities. So it's going to be very interesting. I got the Mavericks in 6, y'all. I really do. I got the Mavericks in 6. I think they take one of these games. And I just think Luka doesn't care. All the noise about Boston the Garden and all of that, and he doesn't care. And now, if you're a Celtics fan, how do you win the series? Well, you're gonna somehow have to get Luka involved and make him play defense. Kristaps Porzingis is coming back. So how do the Mavericks guard that? That's something I'm watching. Again, I reserve the right to change my opinion. My name is Sam. I almost said my whole name. My name is Sam. I analyze, and I approve this message. Folks, Mavericks in 6. Now, if the Celtics win, they were supposed to. But I just like the way Luka's playing. He's on another level right now. Kristaps Porzingis and Kyrie both spoke about their times, and basically, they're both acting like it's water under the bridge. KP. He gets the quote of the day. He said it was not all of it was. He said not all of it was like not good. He said, but he said we had some good moments, we had some decent moments, but overall, it just did not work for both sides. I think, like Kyrie, I think Kristaps Porzingis had some growing up to do. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But I don't believe in the Celtics. Maybe they'll prove me different. I mean, they have Drew Holiday, who's a champion, who I don't know. I mean, his defense is great. But Kyrie Irving, I think, is going to prove to be greater, in my opinion. So, but we're going to see what happens. That we shall. Now it's that time. Folks, Caitlin Clark has been going through it in her first year in the WNBA. Many are saying she's being targeted. Looks like it. Gino Amanyama, I'm not good with the pronunciations. But Gino, he said, look, hardships are to be expected, but she's being targeted. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, folks. I'm on most social media platforms. On Facebook, at Sam I Analyze. On Instagram, at Sam I Analyze. On the platform formerly known as Le Twitter, at Sam I Analyze. Please like, subscribe, share, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, à tout à l'heure.